Good morning. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the academic procession and the St. John's College class of 2026.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. No, the mic's not on. Please be seated. Welcome to the 2026 St. John's College Commencement in Annapolis. We are now opening the 234th commencement ceremony at our college. Welcome to the members of the class of 2026. Both undergraduate and graduate, welcome to your family and friends, and to our faculty and staff. They are all here to bear witness to your graduation and to celebrate your achievements. We also have with us today a special guest whom I wish to recognize. We are pleased to welcome St. John's College Alumni Association President Brett Hevner, whose hand you will be shaking as today. Once you have crossed the stage, you will become lifelong members of the Alumni Association. Our alumni are a vital part of the St. John's community, and I would encourage you to be active in the variety of alumni seminars and events. I would also like to recognize Dean Joe McFarland, who stepped in as Dean of the campus this year. Thank you, Mr. McFarland, for your dedicated work on behalf of our students and faculty. In the Republic, as Socrates and Glaucon are discussing the right kind of education, Socrates describes the best kind of education as a sort of amusement, undertaken freely. The education you participated in here is characterized by serious play of a sort that Socrates would recognize. Over the last 4 years, you each have explored many readings with hard work, but also with playfulness, freely inquiring into the deepest questions. Those questions, introduced by these amazing authors, will stay with you, as will the conversations and friendships. You will always have a home at St. John's, and with our extensive Johnny community around the world, you should never lack for good conversation. I hope that you will never lose the spirit of free and playful learning. Before we move on to the next part of celebrating your achievements, I invite you to stand up, turn around, and look at the very people who have made this day possible. Those people who love and support you, your parents, partners, family members, and friends, deserve our collective gratitude for having laid the foundation for your journey to St. John's. They helped make it possible for all of us to be here today, to watch as you walk across this stage. Those celebrating with you today and those who have supported you along the way deserve a standing ovation. And now, please be seated. I have one more announcement of note. St. John's team, which is comprised of a few of our seniors as well as a few other students, won the award for speed at Baltimore's kinetic sculpture race recently. Their float was called Quixote's Giant. I encourage you all to look it up online. And now let's move on to the announcement of prizes and the presentation of student awards. I will ask the Dean, Joseph McFarland, to present this year's awards, and the Registrar, Gail Hewitt-Clark, to assist in their presentation. Prize winners should come forward to the platform when called. Those receiving honorable mention should please stand for recognition.
To the member of the senior class who has written the best senior essay, offered in memory of Susan Irene Roberts of the class of 1966, Finley Acker. To the member of the junior who has written the best annual essay, offered by Mrs. Leslie Clark Stevens in memory of her daughter-in-law, Catherine Milroy Stevens, Dominic Miller. To the member of the sophomore class who has written the best annual essay, Annabella Sotavia. Honorable mention, Ben Shelsby. To the member of the freshman class who has written the best annual essay, Gantokta Bazan. To the Graduate Institute student who has written a distinguished tutorial essay in the 25-26 academic year, Victoria Kuiper. To the Graduate Institute students who have written distinguished preceptorial essays in the year 2025, offered by the Alumni Association, two winners, April Doyle, and George Kalandaja. To the student who submits the best English version of a Greek text, offered in memory of John S. Kiefer, President Emeritus, Davin Ferris. To the student who submits the best English version of a French text, offered by the Board of Visitors and Governors, Dominic Miller. Honorable mention, Annette Gaudry. To the student who submits a fine original English poem offered by Dr. George Austin in memory of his brother Henry, Dylan Avard. To the student who submits a fine original musical composition offered in memory of Mary Joy Belknap, President of the Caritas Society, Ian O'Donnell. And, yeah. To the student who submits a fine essay on a piece of music offered in memory of Mary Joy Belknap, President of the Caritas Society, Ian O'Donnell. To the student who submits the most elegant solution of a synthetic problem offered by the class of 1986 in honor of Bryce Jacobson, class of 42, director and tutor and director of athletics emeritus, Thomas Vollum. To the members of the senior class who, through participation, leadership, and sportsmanship, have contributed the most to the St. John's athletic program, a special blazer, Megan Scally and Henry Stockman. To the member of the senior class who has contributed outstanding service to the greater Annapolis community offered by the Caritas Society of St. John's, Curtis Blakely. To the member of the senior class who has demonstrated the greatest care for and service to youth who reside in the city of Annapolis, offered by the friends and family of Marvin B. Cooper, Emerson Meyer. To the senior who has demonstrated excellence in the arts, literature, or sciences, the Walter S. Baird Prize, Helen Wagner. And to a member of the senior class for excellence in speaking, offered in memory of Senator Millard E. Tidings of Maryland, Helen Wagner.
Thank you, Dean McFarland. It is now my pleasure to introduce the tutor chosen by this year's senior class to speak, Rebecca Goldner. Ms. Goldner studied classics at Bowdoin College and the University of Pennsylvania before earning her Master of Arts from the St. John's College Graduate Institute, Annapolis campus in 2002. She went on to receive another master's and her PhD from Villanova University after successfully defending her dissertation on Aristotle's De Anima. Ms. Goldner has been a tutor since 2014. Her scholarly interests range from Aristotle to Simone de Beauvoir and Marcel Proust, both of whom she has previously lectured on. Welcome, Ms. Goldner.
Thank you so much. to the class of 2026 for inviting me to speak with you today. Many of you know that come springtime, I have a question I regularly ask seniors. I do not ask where you will head after graduation or what work or school you have planned for the future. Instead, the question I like to ask is, what will you read next? There's an assumption behind this question, an assumption I largely stand by as an assertion. That assertion is this: to be a Johnny, you have to be a reader. Being a reader takes myriad forms, but a rough sketch will suffice. To be a reader, you have to choose books, books of any sort, as companions. You see books as real beings, beings with whom you are willing to spend quite a bit of time. You, as then future and now forever Johnnies, likely chose your compatriots early in life, finding some book, some series, or some author who, through words put to page, constructed a place you wanted to be. Whether the books were fiction, fantasy, romance, philosophy, science, plays, or poetry, matters not. What matters is that magical combination of physical object and internal content, something you held in your hands, carried around with you, and entered whenever the opportunity presented itself. Therein, you found a new world. Here at the college, we readers have found each other. We are a community, a gathering of readers. If I had to come up with a collective noun for us, I would call it a companionship of readers. This is what we have found, or better, what we have made and what we continue to make persist here. The worlds of our books live on in our conversations, both in and out of the classroom. Those worlds are nourished and enriched by the ongoing discussions of what we read and also by the friendships we build around them. It may be that there are a handful of you who do not consider yourselves true readers. You perhaps came here for the discussions or for some sense of great ideas. My guess, however, is that we have made of you something of a reader. It's possible for some of you that you find yourselves in this moment so exhausted by the onslaught of reading that is our program that you think you need a break from reading for a bit. But I am willing to bet that you will all find your way back to books sooner rather than later. Reading, however, is not a mere habit for us, nor is it a quaint pastime, the quirky, perhaps even trendy hobby of those who long for simpler times with fewer distractions and fewer devices. Reading for us is pleasurable, but it is also quite serious. Reading is central to our mission of liberal arts education and to our dedication to community. Reading is a matter of friendship, and reading is a matter of freedom. What do I mean when I say that reading is a matter of freedom? I mean this. Reading is an imaginative activity that repositions us, that takes us beyond our own thoughts, perspectives, and beliefs. To be a free person, one must be capable of seeing what is not immediately present to you, of positing choices beyond the obvious, of surveying alternatives that arise from a sense of the past and a vision for the future. This vision is the work of imagination. So let's think about the ways in which reading supports the imagination, our faculty for freedom. Seniors recently read Frederick Douglass, though not his narrative of the life of a slave. In that work, as Douglass recounts his journey from slavery to freedom, a central moment concerns learning to read. His master's wife has decided to teach him to read. His master disapproves, remarking that learning to read would, quote, forever unfit him to be a slave, end quote. Hearing this, Douglass understood that reading was, quote, the pathway from slavery to freedom, end quote. It was not an easy path for Douglas, either to learn to read in stolen moments or, quote, to find that very discontentment which Master Hugh had predicted would follow my learning to read. As I writhed under it, I would at times feel that learning to read had been a curse rather than a blessing, end quote. The discontentment that Douglas notes, the same discontentment that led him to flee slavery and ultimately to write the very works we read in seminar, is the discontent of seeing a world better than the one you exist in, of seeing the potential for revolt, for education, for a life beyond slavery, of being able to place oneself beyond the path that seems inevitable. Reading, in fact, demands this unsettling of us. Reading tears us away from the present and launches us into the world offered to us by an author. Thus, to read is to find oneself at home in the mind of someone else. It is to enmesh oneself in someone else's words and thoughts. A striking example. Toni Morrison's novel Jazz ends most extraordinarily. In the final lines of the book, our unknown narrator speaks directly to us, and this is what she says. I can't tell anyone that I have been waiting for this all my life, and that being chosen to wait is the reason I can. If I were able, I'd say it. Say, make me, remake me. You are free to do it, and I am free to let you because look where your hands are, now. Our hands, of course, are on her book. Why does Morrison, at the end of the story, draw our attention to the fact that we have been reading her book? Why create such intimacy, such awareness between the reader and the narrator of the book? She reminds us of our freedom and of hers. Free recognition of one another, grounded in our choice to enter the world she has created, to linger there, to feel there, to experience there. All of this demonstrates a belief that in reading, we become active participants in bringing that world to life through our own imagination. Because reading is a way of being at work, reading requires activity. Reading does not merely passively show us a world. It requires of us the very real work of contributing to the existence of that world. We, too, are artists. We make the book into something real, just as the book brings about changes in us. Narrative, Morrison has said, is radical, creating us at the very moment it is being created. Jean-Paul Sartre recognizes a similar reciprocation between reader and author when he writes, quote, the author requires that the readers recognize his creative freedom and that they in turn solicit it by a symmetrical and inverse appeal. Here there appears the dialectical paradox of reading. The more we experience our freedom, the more we recognize that of the other. The more he demands of us, the more we demand of him, end quote. The dialectical paradox of reading is that the more we are changed, freed, discontented through the work of reading, the more we want that others likewise change, grow, and experience their own freedom. Reading does not just free us, it incites us to work for the freedom of others, to wish for them the radical uncovering of potential that we experience when we read. It's not only literature, of course, that can ask and demand this of us. When the seniors or the GIs read Lobachevsky, they again find this act of reciprocal creation and freedom. With no real guide other than his words, we must imagine the non-Euclidean world with Lobachevsky, which defies our visual experience. We must assent to his propositions in order to bring this world to life, and we must be flexible and bold enough to find ourselves at home in a world where infinitely converging lines can be parallel. We read ourselves into the being of plants, the movements of the heavens, the desire of the tones to find their tonic, lines of force, imaginary numbers, and special relativity. In doing so, we train the muscles of the imagination to offer us more. We resist the temptation to become inflexible and atrophied. We dwell in the discomfort produced by the hard work of being open to possibility. You may recall, dear readers, that I have also said that reading is a matter of friendship. It is, of course, the case that reading gives us some of the most beautiful images of friendship a life could ever know. Achilles and Patroclus, Socrates, Aristophanes and Agathon, Augustine and Monica, Dante and Virgil, Rocinante and the Grey Donkey, Dorothea and Lydgate, Elizabeth and Jane, Pierre and Andre, Ilyushka and his schoolmates, to name but a few. But I also mean that the virtues of a good reader mirror those of the good friend: patience, playfulness, courage, honesty. We exercise these virtues when we extend to authors the openness we aspire to grant to our friends. Sartre again tells us that, quote, reading is a pact of generosity between author and reader. Each trusts the other, each one counts on the other, demands of the other as much as he demands of himself, end quote. Reading requires that we exercise discretion about what to accept and what to reject, but we learn that we must spend time with the author before making those choices. We must carefully evaluate what we are offered before we leap to judgment. We treat the authors as friends. We treat the authors as friends when we show ourselves willing to explore with them, laugh with them, and respectfully challenge them. The authors treat us as friends insofar as they expect this of us. The imaginative act of free world building is a joint activity, one that works best among those who trust one another. Reading, as Morrison reminded us, is a deeply personal relation. And here at the college, we apply these virtues not only to authors, but to our friends, the classmates, tutors, and peers we find in this community. In our conversations about the books, we strive to offer to one another that same generosity, the same trust, the same thoughtful and patient judgment. Perhaps in our weakest moments we fall short, but the books that we share and the activity of bringing them to life together, offer firm and common ground on which to jointly discover and create. Through reading, we learn to explore and inhabit the thoughts of others. When we put down our books, we turn to encounter those around us with this gift of openness. I would be remiss if I didn't address the elephant in the room or the outdoors, the potential problem that Don Quixote presents, the man who entered the world of his books and struggled to leave, the character his own loving author described as mad. And yet, who better than Quixote as the hero for the day? A man who saw a world in disarray and sought to remake that world in the imaginative vision of his books. Quixote did not remain passive. He found liberation through reading and sallied forth. And in his quest to make the world in the image of his books, he found the priest, the barber, the bachelor, and his most faithful of companions, Sancho Panza, the friends who gather at his deathbed. After having been a lonely, isolated man, Quixote populated an ideal world with real people, true friends, those who are with him as his story comes to an end. Who better to teach us that reading is a matter of freedom and friendship? As we approach the moment when you will receive your diplomas, you, the undergraduate and graduate students of 2026, already have before you a rather delectable form of freedom, the freedom to choose the very next book you will read. On this topic, too, a few brief thoughts. It took me a long time in life to discover who I am as a reader. to learn to love what I loved and not what I ought to love, to see beauty where I found it, not where others told me it would be, to realize that learning who you are as a reader is a matter of learning your own character. Choosing what to read then becomes an enactment of the Socratic quest to know thyself. It's not an easy task. Indeed, it is, as Kierkegaard tells us of faith, a task for a lifetime. But in a world which threatens us with scrolling through life, passively digesting what algorithms feed us, I feel confident that you, our graduates, will continue to choose the stunning discontent of being readers. You are now lifelong members of the companionship of readers. Give us our books, overflowing into the world we imagine and create with them. Set out with images drawn from the greatest minds and read into your own souls. Sally forth into the world with friends who want to create and recreate it alongside you. Be, in short, quixotic. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Goldner. We will now move to the conferral of degrees.
Let the 2026 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts stand. Dean McFarland, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts stand before you.
I, the Dean of St. John's College in Annapolis, Maryland, bear witness that these young scholars have applied themselves among us to humane letters, philosophy, mathematics, science, languages, and music, that they have passed the period of their course in our halls, that they have been called to examination in the presence of members of the college and the public, and that they have abundantly proved themselves well-versed in all these studies.
We, the president, the dean, and the tutors of St. John's College in Annapolis, Maryland, in accordance with the order of the trustees, in this public session on the 9th day of May, 2026, bear witness that these scholars have reached the degree of Bachelor of Arts. In witness of this, we have, on this aforesaid day and year, subscribed out names to these letters, which have been confirmed by the Great Seal of the College. By command of the Board of Visitors and Governors of St. John's College, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
The 2026 graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts will come forward as their names are called.
Finley Lewis Acker, Brooklyn, New York. Abhigya Adhikari, Kathmandu, Nepal. Aryasatya Anandita, Surabaya, Indonesia. Carlos Eduardo Aspiaga III, New Canaan, Connecticut. Chikasana Germain Asukulu, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Dylan Joseph Avard, Texarkana, Texas. Addison Jane Bartley, Speedway, Indiana. Curtis Mitchell Blakely, Trumbull, Connecticut. Isaac James Boone, North Beach, Maryland. Reagan Maxine Bottomley, Louisville, Kentucky. Valerie Brady, Columbia, Maryland. Avery Grace Bravo, Roanoke, Virginia. Zach Bryce, Chicago, Illinois. Jasper Jefferson Birch, Elderberg, Maryland. Nathaniel Burke, Westport, Connecticut. Jennings Franklin Caldwell, Louisa, Virginia. Farron Shabalba Cifuentes, Easton, Maryland. Juliet Cronin, South Pasadena, California. Kalith Kai Cushman, Kernville, California. Ariana Rose David, Leominster, Massachusetts. Anna Kasari Dayton, Monterey, California. Sophia Marie DeRico, Annapolis, Maryland. Maya Wren Dickerson, Bozeman, Montana. Max Calvin Dreyfus, Montclair, New Jersey. Egon Zapp Dugaz, Houston, Texas. George Wellington Eustace, New York, New York. Elliot Tokar Feldman, Bronx, New York. Cole Emery Kane Ferguson, Saratoga Springs, New York. Riley Kendall Ferver, Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. Joshua Daniel Flippo, Santa Cruz, California. Coral Roman Moore Frontini, Cleveland, Ohio. Benjamin Parker Ginnabaugh, Mill Valley, California. Rory Finnegan Good, Hampstead, Maryland. Cullen Wayne Graff, Bel Air, Maryland. William Layler Hansen, Washington, District of Columbia. Louise Hale Harden, Los Angeles, California. Victoria Ruth Harper, Fernandina Beach, Florida. Henry Brewster Hastings, Iowa City, Iowa. Madeline Sarah Heller, Midlothian, Virginia. Aviel Geneva Honey, Washington, District of Columbia. Nicholas James Hu, San Leandro, California. Victoria Janet Horseman, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Eliana Marie Hurley, Austin, Texas. Lindsay Isabel Ermiter, St. Paul, Minnesota. Juyong Jeon, Busan, Korea. Daniel Zechariah John, Bellevue, Washington. Stephen Nicholas Kendall, Austin, Texas. Daniel Minsiap Kim, Carrollton, Texas. Elaine Kress, Westchester, Pennsylvania. Margaret Lily Lane, Pearland, Texas. Amy Le, Fairfax, Virginia. Robert William LeBeau III, Tampa, Florida. Hain Liana Lee, Seoul, South Korea. Camila Abigail Lopez, Pembroke Pines, Florida. Claire Lovell, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Zarian Saul Lavelle, Annapolis, Maryland. Milena Grace McLaurin, Santa Cruz, California. Anna Ruth Margulies, Catonsville, Maryland. Caden Marshall, West River, Maryland. Paolo Michael Medelius, White Plains, New York. Emerson William Meyer, San Francisco, California. Charles Joseph Miller, Pennacook, New Hampshire. Jungbin Moon, Seoul, South Korea. Brody Willem Moran, Cabot, Vermont. Matthew Mundell, Redmond, Washington. Bryn Scott Myers, Georgetown, Texas. Dean Lam Nguyen, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Basil Hope Nussbaum, Coopersburg, Pennsylvania. Ian Michael O'Donnell, Northville, Michigan. Liam Dalton Olson, Baltimore, Maryland. Holly Lee Palermo, Washington, District of Columbia. Alexandra Ania Paul, Bedford Hills, New York. Sasha Gabrielle Rico Peterson, Imperial Beach, California. William Roman Pickering, San Antonio, Texas. Avi Pope, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Rade Alexander Popovich, Portland, Oregon. Angus Winston Preston, Las Vegas, Nevada. Ryan Ross Pricey, San Francisco, California. Millie Catherine Ransahoff, Mount Airy, Maryland. Dominika Remakita, Vilnius, Lithuania. Lainey Rendelman, Fleming Island, Florida. Wiley Jessup Robbins, Thorne Thompson, Greenfield, Massachusetts. Ian Dennis Rosamundo, Annandale, Virginia. Emil Alexander Sandberg, Chevy Chase, Maryland. Megan Grace Scally, Valhalla, New York. Maxwell Schlein, Bethesda, Maryland. Keely Clammer Schranz, Laguna Niguel, California. Leah Deborah Shenderovich, West Hills, California. Chelsea Schultz Simmons, Pittman, New Jersey. Jameson Carey Smith, Cumberland, Maine. Sydney Ava Solomon, Lake Huntington, New York. Molly James Sprout, Southern Pines, North Carolina. Henry Ignatius Stockman, Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. Laish Suzair, Malé, Maldives. Nazmiye Işık Tutuncu, Istanbul, Turkey. Polina Valcharovskaya, Zori, Russia. Helen Summerfield Wagner, Houston, Texas. Mia Elizabeth West, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Liam Whitney, Origsburg, Pennsylvania. Alex Williams, Brooklyn, New York. Maya Page Wolf, Williamsport, Ohio. Limaduo Shu, Shanghai Shi, China. Elijah Zittler, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Let the 2026 candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Liberal Arts stand. Associate Dean Boyle, the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts stand before you.
I, the Associate Dean, bear witness that these scholars have applied themselves among us to the program of studies in the Graduate Institute and that they have successfully completed the program in the liberal arts.
We, the President, the Associate Dean, and the tutors of St. John's College in Annapolis, Maryland, in accordance with the order of the trustees, in this public session on the 9th day of May, 2026, bear witness that these scholars have reached the degree of Master of Arts. In witness of this, we have, on this aforesaid day and year, subscribed out names to these letters, which have been confirmed by the Great Seal of the College. By the command of the Board of Visitors and Governors of St. John's College, I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts in Liberal Arts.
The 2026 graduates for the degree of Master of Arts who are joining us remotely will be recognized by the Associate Dean. Those who are with us here today will come forward as their names are called.
Catherine Marie Arndt, Washington, District of Columbia. Derek Randall Belcher, Gamer, North Carolina. Catherine Jane Childs, Providence, Rhode Island. Ned Gallagher, Wallingford, Connecticut. Colin Nathaniel McKay, Presque Isle, Maine. Barbara Eloise McNiff, Broad Run, Virginia. Adi Deva Neumiller, Gainesville, Florida. William Randall Newman, Springfield, Virginia. Ben Reed Pact, Westerville, Ohio. Stacy Renee Rains, Olathe, Kansas. George Statler IV, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Christopher Joseph Walker IV, Gainesville, Georgia. Andrew Weiss, Ithaca, New York. Jason Patrick Angel, Davidsonville, Maryland. John Paul Asija, Shelton, Connecticut. Miriam Asuma, Greater Accra, Ghana. Paul Friedrich Bischoff, Abingdon, Virginia. Jennifer Carney, Davidsonville, Maryland. David Churian, Brisbane, Australia. Stefania Duke Clarici, Chevy Chase, Maryland. Jackson Grant Coster, Larkspur, California. Stephen Manuel Cunha, Ambler, Pennsylvania. Brian W. Davison, Abington, Pennsylvania. Sarah Emmett, Alexandria, Virginia. Brian Xavier Gall, Washington, District of Columbia. George Kalandadze, Tbilisi, Georgia. Jamie Findlay Kennedy, Rockville, Maryland. Anita Therese Kent, Brisbane, Australia. Sean Thomas Cradaville Lavelle, Stevensville, Maryland. Cy Kavanaugh McGeady, Annapolis, Maryland. Madison Morin, Quincy, Massachusetts. Anna Clara Parga Nina, Miami, Florida. Marcelino Olivares, Saginaw, Michigan. Reagan Thomas Phillips, Madison, Indiana. Sarah Jean Ritchie, Chesapeake, Virginia. Frank Scavelli, Newfield, New Jersey. Alexander Jonathan Simmons, Annapolis, Maryland. Helena Barbara Skundrich, Guildford, Australia. Ryan Stewart, San Francisco, California. Jared Michael Williams, Alexandria, Virginia. Amelia Taylor Wolf, Baltimore, Maryland.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Let's get sit. We wish you all the good in the world, and as you take this education with you into the rest of your lives, remember not only to be courageous, but to be temperate, to be broad-minded, to be magnificent, to be magnanimous, to be ambitious, to be patient, to be a friend, to be truthful, to display wit, to display modesty, and to seek out righteousness. As a sign of your completed graduation, you may now move your tassels from right to the left. I now ask everyone to rise. At the conclusion of the academic procession, please join us on the back lawn for a reception with your friends and families. Thank you for being with us, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2026.